Hello, hello, hello. Today we are going to speak about the effort to be disliked and why actually it's good if you have, obviously, if you are bold enough or if you are maybe, I don't know, shameless or whatsoever, and then you would be, you won't care about how to be disliked. Most of the time it's quite hard to have the guts, I mean uh, to have the power, I mean not really the power but the effort or the courage to be disliked, because that way you might be able to build a life the way you would love to. And to discuss about this topic, I have my lovely co-host Elle. Hello Elle.
Hi.
So Elle and myself, Pierre, we are going to speak about this topic. Elle, would you like to open the show and just share with us your opinion and everything you have to say about it?
Hi. So here's a question for you. Do you have the guts for people to dislike or dare I say hate you? Well, humans are naturally people pleaser. Exhibit A, not me, but my sister. So yeah, I have a sister she's really a people pleaser. It's like,
So one of your sister,
yeah.
she likes to please people. Maybe um she feel good when people like her. Maybe she's scared actually to be disliked.
Yes, she's scared to be, like she's scared of what people think about her.
So she would make choices that are not hers. I mean,
That's right.
choices that are not from. She actually don't want to make those choices, but only to make others happy.
Yes, it's not about herself but of other people. It's like she creates decision at her own expense. It's like I have an example. It's like, okay, I think everybody is familiar with COVID right now. It's been 2 years. So actually, one of our common friends was like, uh, was having a COVID scare because apparently her sister, the sister of that friend of ours, was COVID positive, and they had like some sort of short contact together, and she was scared, and so it's like they were spending the day together, not me, which is really lucky of me. So so that friend of ours is having like a bit of a scare, and so she went to get a PCR, but then she has to wait for the result. But then that friend told my sister that, can I stay at your apartment? So it's like it's a bit difficult.
And maybe, probably, she wanted to say no, but she didn't because she didn't want to be disliked.
That's right. She didn't want to be disliked, or maybe, have our common friend's opinion change about her. And she told me,
yeah. Sorry to interrupt, but maybe there is a way to say no and also to not be disliked. Like, a way she would understand.
I have no clue, to be honest, how to say it tactfully. But yeah, and then she called me that, yeah, she wants to wait for the results in our apartment, and I'm like, okay, she can wait over then, but then I'm not staying with both of you because I am not in any way, shape, or form in contact with you. So I might stay over with, a really close person of mine. And then, it's like, and then she told me, oh my God, I'm gonna be the lamb sacrifice. And I said,
Oh, the lamb
to be sacrificed,
Oh,
like in the Bible. And I was like,
oh yeah.
What? I can't risk myself together with you. It's like, it's not a good idea. But then she said, but then finally the friend, I think she was thinking, yeah, I should just stay in a hotel. So she did finally stay at a hotel while waiting for her result. It was negative, thank God. But then yeah, it's like, do you see yourself in that situation? Probably you have multiple times if you're a people pleaser.
I
So
think
yeah,
we all did at some point.
we did at some point, to be honest. But then I think I'm much better, for the lack of better term, with compared to my sister, because sometimes we have this common friend as well, and then she asked for us to have a gathering together at a restaurant, but then I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
So then, but the thing is, I didn't explicitly said no. I just didn't go home.
Right.
I
So you
skipped.
wouldn't lie, but you wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have." Oh yeah, you said I have something else.
Yeah, I practically lied. Yeah, I think I'm not
Although you had nothing, you just didn't want to
go.
go there. But just saying, "Oh, I'm sorry. I have nothing, but I don't want to go to the restaurant tonight." They wouldn't understand, oh, why you
Yeah.
don't want to go with us. It's not you don't want to go with them, it's just you don't want to go to the restaurant.
No, I explicitly don't want to go with them.
Oh yes.
I'm sorry.
But that's fine. So for you, you did the halfway of being disliked.
I know I did it.
You didn't.
I'm not one to say, to be
Yeah.
honest.
You didn't. You didn't. You didn't have the courage to be disliked by saying, "Oh yeah, that's cool, but for me, I don't want to hang out with you tonight." You didn't really say that. You
No.
didn't actually.
I didn't.
But you didn't say yes just to make them happy.
Yes, I think I'm pretty good with being in between of the two. You know.
In between, yes.
Yeah. So that's my experience. I think that's my experience. Yeah, I think I'm more of I say in my thinking a much more diplomatic way.
I see.
Because I don't want to say like
So
no.
you
Yeah.
still say the answer they want to hear.
Yes.
Like, oh yeah, I don't go home, so I can't. So then they are fine. So you don't really, at least at the moment, although I hope maybe you will change, I don't know, but you still don't want to be disliked. Because especially when it's about your family or your sisters, which is your family too, you know, you have the feeling, or if I'm not really behaving nicely with my family, and if I just want to be disliked by my family, well, it's my family and I don't want to be rejected.
That's right.
Maybe that's why you are a little bit more careful.
That's right. Yeah, I'm experiencing something of not being able to take the dislike that would come when I make this certain decision in my life. And yeah, but then I think I'm inching to that decision, and I'm inching on telling them that yeah, I'm doing this, and you know what, it's gonna happen and you can't do anything about it. And it's not like I'm a changed person, it's just that this is what I wanted to do. I just wish that you would understand and support me. I'm like 3 months close to doing that, for even, yeah, I'm that close to doing that. So
Wait, 3 months?
3 months, 4 months.
Close.
Yeah, I'm that close to doing it. And
Would you like to give more
probably not.
information? Oh, okay.
Probably not. But yeah, it's much more like moving houses, moving out per se.
Oh,
Like that's the
yes.
clue that I'm gonna give. But yeah, it's yeah. And but then but some are really
So you are mild in the move of being disliked,
yeah.
but here, that decision too, I believe, it's still related with your family,
It is.
and so yes, you don't really want to be rejected.
Yes.
And I think it's totally normal because, it's part of our blood. We don't want, like before we used to live in a tribe. I mean, like before, if we were not part of a community, a tribe or whatsoever, we didn't have food and we would die because we had no one to protect us. Before we had cities and, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago, like maybe before the 16th century, or even maybe later still, it's also a bit the case. If people don't like you, you have less chance of to
Surviving.
succeed, and even to succeed in life, to succeed and surviving. Like we needed people to protect ourselves and to sometimes bring food, and being alone, it's like this is a danger, more or less. So that's why we still have this in our blood, in our DNA. We don't want to be disliked, and especially when it's about family, because, well, family, we know usually, yeah, the family is still is still important, and the family is there when you have nothing else left. And if you just don't care and you, I mean, actually, you don't do anything bad to them. It's just you say what, it's fine to say, oh no, I want to do this. You don't do anything bad to them. You just take your decisions for your own life.
That's right. Yeah.
Not, like moving houses when you wish. It's fine. It's about yourself. And the same about the restaurant. If one day you don't want to go to the restaurant, especially, if it's family, they will understand you. Oh yeah, you don't want to go to the restaurant, that's fine. You shouldn't, that's nothing bad to them. But still, we want to be nice, and we want to say, yeah, we want to say yes, just to please them.
I know.
I think it will be a good challenge to spend 1 month or 1 week or even just one day saying always no. No. Like everything, when someone asks you, oh, can you do that for me? Or can you, I don't know, would you like to go to the mall with me? Would you like to go shopping with me? Would you like to go to the restaurant? And for 1 week, can you help me for my homeworks? And for 1 week, you always say no, no, no. You don't give explanation, you just say no.
That's right.
No, I
You
can't.
have to explain.
It's just a challenge with yourself. Oh, Leah, can you, I don't know, you have to do an assessment, you already submitted, and someone said, oh, by the way, I've seen that you submitted an assessment. Can I see can I see the answers or something like that? And you say, oh no.
Oh my god. Anyway, oh my god, that's giving me like a lot of anxiety
If you don't want to, I don't know, it's just...
Yeah, but probably not replying would be
just
good.
thinking, yes, no replying. It depends on the way you do it.
Yeah, because otherwise if you say no, it's just like, why?
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like not, that's like...
It goes beyond the fact of
being disliked. It's
being
nothing,
disliked.
It's nothing about something that you gain from for yourself for not sharing. It's just basically giving people a reason to dislike you.
I see, yes.
That example is a bit too extreme, I would say. But yeah. But yeah, saying no is good sometimes. It's like, yeah, I think we don't say no that often, and not and when we say no, it has to be followed with an explanation why. It's
Yeah.
I said no, that's it.
I think it's also always usually more accepted when you always give a reason why, even when the reason is doesn't make any sense. Apparently, there was a psychological study that says it was obviously it was probably a study that was made in maybe the end of 20th century, maybe 1990, and it was about printers in a library. And it's people who tried to use the printer for free, and so they were asking at the library, oh no, there was a queue actually, and they didn't want to do the queue, and they was asking, oh, can I use the printer before anyone? Because no, when they just said, can I use the printer now, like I don't want to wait or for free, usually they would receive a no. If they said, can you use the printer because I have to, then the yes answer would be much was increasing drastically. I mean, quite a lot. And if they said a real reason why I have to use a printer because I'm in a hurry and I have to use a printer now, then it would, they would receive a little bit more of yes, but not that much compared to the invalid reason saying I have to use a printer because I have to. This doesn't mean anything, but just saying because I have, or because I need to, because I have to, although it doesn't make sense, or because I have to use a printer, like can I use a printer because I have to use a printer, directly the yes would be, you have more probability to have a positive answer. And I believe it's the same here. If you say, oh no, because I can't,
No, because I don't want to. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
because maybe.
Yeah. So, how about you? Do you have like experience for yourself when you know it's like,
I know.
had the courage?
Yeah, I did actually. I do. It really depends. I mean, usually if I don't want to do something, well, I wouldn't really say no. I would say nothing and I wouldn't do it. Like for you, for the situation of your restaurant, if someone would ask me, I would maybe, it depends, I would maybe not answering to the, I don't know if it was on a chat, messenger, WhatsApp or whatsoever, I would just ignore the message.
Yeah, I didn't because they
And-
keep calling me.
Oh yes, that's different. Yeah, usually I just say I have something else, which is a bit lying too actually. Again, I think it's hard to just being disliked. It's hard to say no, I don't want to. It's really hard to say, you have a birthday party and you just say to your friends, oh, I'm sorry, but I don't want to go to your birthday party because I have things more important. Well, I think that won't be really well accepted. Although even maybe it's true, and maybe you don't want to waste an evening because you believe you have your time, you have more important, you have things that are more important to be done than to spend an evening at a birthday party. But usually you would then say, oh, I have to babysit my kids if you have kids. Even if you don't have kids or if you don't have to babysit them, you will try to find an excuse that is actually well accepted. So you kind of please the person by saying the right excuse instead of saying, oh no, I don't want to.
Yeah, it's really difficult.
It's kind of hard, but yeah, usually I don't do things I don't want to do because otherwise I just fake myself. I just pretend to like doing something although I don't like it. So usually I don't. I always usually find a way to not doing something. I mean, here we speak about not doing something, but if it's about something else, yes, I would try to find a way to just not doing it or not whatsoever. I mean, I don't really care actually to be disliked. I prefer that and having only real friends rather than to try to please everybody and just to have fake friends. Maybe those people like me because I am the way they want me to be, but this is not myself. So I prefer to be myself, and then I will have more people who don't like me, but at least I don't care, at least to filter the group of people I want to hang out with, and I will just have a few people I really like to spend time with because they are like me and I can be myself. But obviously, it's normal it's normal that some people won't like you and won't like your personality because everybody is different, and fortunately actually some people don't like you. It's good because to be liked, if everybody likes you, it will be a bit scary. It means you are like 8 billion of different people. It's impossible to please to everybody. It's impossible because you have different backgrounds, you have different education, you have different point of view, you have a different lifestyle, you have different beliefs. So by definition, it's it's impossible to please everybody. It's impossible. You will always have people, and sometimes even a small talk, you feel it. Oh yeah, that person. Well, we don't have the same kind of way to behave. Sometimes you feel it. You don't even have to try to be disliked. You feel it, but changing yourself just because maybe you want to win a friend or you want to have someone who likes you, I think at the end of the day you should be yourself. And if the person doesn't like you how you are, you shouldn't change yourself to be like how the person would like someone, just to make that person happy. But then you don't match anymore to your standards.
Yeah.
Like in my case, I'm vegetarian, and imagine I would force myself to eat meat when I go, I don't know, I have a friend, it's an example, of course. I have a friend, he's a butcher, and he invites me to have a meal, obviously eating meat, and I would say, oh yeah, of course, I love meat, because I know that for him, his life is about meat. He did that butcher job, that job for a really long time. And if I say, oh no, I don't like meat, it sounds like I don't like what you do. So I would say, yeah, I like meat, I eat meat, but actually it's not me at all. And that again, this is really, really wrong. It's not, this is not good to do, because first of all, you betray you betray yourself
And your values.
and your values, and you disrespect yourself as well, and then you start to lie with yourself as well, and then you are getting more and more confused of who you really are.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
But moving on a much, like a much larger scale per se, like not a non-daily one or a weekly one. Like speaking about what you want to do in life, but you think your parents might disagree with you. It's like
Oh yes.
basically just throwing away your dreams and what you want to do because you're scared that your parents might dislike your decision and won't approve of it. It's a bit of yeah, you're not yourself and you're basically doing something that you don't like, and that doesn't spark joy in your life, and it's
just to please your parents.
Just to please
And
your
you know
parents.
that your parents, some parents are quite narrow-minded, sometimes that happen, and so you know that they wouldn't agree your choice. Even if you're happy with that, they would say no,
Yeah.
we don't support you in that decision.
And probably they'd also bring it up and say, I told you should have gone to college because you dropped out. And
If you don't succeed, they will always, if something happens to you, they will see this as, oh, you see, I was right. If only you had listened to me, you wouldn't have been in that situation. But this is, yeah.
I know, and sometimes the most important people, the ones we care the most about in life, is when we consider their opinions of what we want in life, when we consider their opinions, it's basically immobilizing you of what you really want to do, specifically and especially when they disagree with you, and and there's a threat, I would say, of being disliked, or probably, like, let's say marrying the man you really love, but then they're like, nope, I'm just owning you, and it's like, okay, like it's weighing two things, and it's really difficult because you care so much of the both parties, so it's,
I know, it's so hard. Like, then you are getting confused, and at the same time you are yourself, but it's not good for your family. Here it's a bit serious too. You mentioned like families, parents who would disown you. So, well, then you you want to follow your decision, but actually you don't understand why. Like, it sounds like the parents or the families are selfish, and they want you to behave how they want you to behave, and not you to behave the way you would like to behave and the decisions you would like to take. And so they like you, but you have to follow the path they want you to follow.
Yeah, you must abide by their laws and what they want for you, which is, yeah, it cuts your wings. And basically the fear of getting disliked by others, and especially with the people that we care about, it's stopping you from doing what you want, which is, yeah, a bit sad. And I think all of us have experienced it once or twice, maybe more than twice in our life, which is, yeah, it's why sometimes you wonder
Yes.
why human nature is like this. Probably the parents who are saying, do this for us, do this because this is what we want for you, probably they have experienced that kind of treatment from other people too.
So
But
maybe
the
from their
cycle continues
parents, and
still.
so yeah, they replicate the same.
I know, and then
Yes.
it's basically not cutting, the cycle of planting unconfidence in you, I would say.
I see. Yeah, as well. Yeah, because they don't believe in your own decisions.
Yes.
So for you, what would be the main? So here we were discussing so far mostly about the disadvantages of taking your own decisions. But what are the main advantages of being disliked? I mean, if you have the courage, or if you just do your best to be disliked, what's the main advantages?
I think the main advantage should be for me is that you get to do what you wish or what you like in your life, or in your day-to-day living. It's like, you are the driver of your vehicle, I would say, which is
Your life.
a metaphor for, yeah, your life. So basically it's it's you, and you have no one else to blame with your decision but you, which is good too. I mean, it's like, own up to your life and to yourself. So that's what I think is a plus for for not caring that other people might dislike you for saying this or doing this. Just really, I think it's good for you. How about you? Is there any?
Well, I believe if you just don't give, if you don't care about being disliked, you can finally live just for yourself and really following what you do. It removes also more space in your head, because when you take a decision, you don't always think about what the others will think about, because you just don't care about it. You have the courage of being disliked to just do whatever you wish, and you don't think about what the others will think about you. So you can really follow your own path, making your own decisions, and finally live for yourself and be what you want to be.
Yeah, I think the bottom line of being unafraid to be disliked by others is that you have the freedom, and you will finally reach what you want and your goals in life. But I know it's really easy to say that, yeah, just be disliked, like, wow, that's really so easy to say, but really hard to do, as we always say. It's like, just be disliked, who cares what other people think? But there is like a percentage in your head that would be afraid to be disliked. So what are the tips do you think would help us, just overcome the fear of being disliked? What do you think? For me, I think you must accept that not everybody is gonna like you, to be honest.
Yes, no, definitely. I think you should be maybe a bit shameless. Yeah, you shouldn't It's hard actually because it's not easy. I think you need confidence. You need to know who you are. You need to know yourself quite well, and you shouldn't be too sensitive about the opinions from others. You know, sometimes you want to be people pleasing, you want to do what others want because you feel really bad when someone is not happy about you. And when someone is, maybe you don't like arguments, you don't like debates, but if you want to be disliked, you have to know that you do this for your freedom, you do this for your own life, and you know what's good for you. Even when some people don't like it, when some people are a bit upset or mad about you, you should be fine with that, and you shouldn't take too much. I mean, give too much attention to it. You should just, you know, continue in your life, just trying to be able to ignore the opinions of the others. And I think it helps when you practice more and more. The more you will make decisions for yourself, the more you won't listen to others, and the more you will feel some people are not really happy with that decision you took, but for you it's your own decision. The more you do that, the easier it will be, because if you always try to please the others and if you never make your own decisions, it will be hard at first. So it have to start, you have to do it as soon as possible, and the more you do, the better it gets. So that's really important.
Also, also, I think it's good to not take everything personally.
Oh yes,
You know.
that's also so important, because if you take things personally, you know, sometimes someone says something not really nice to you, but you should know who you are. If you know very well yourself, if you are confident, if you have a good self-esteem, then you know, maybe it will impact yourself for like 5 minutes and after it will go away, and that's really important. Yeah, that's a really good point actually.
Yeah, and maybe they're just having a bad day, or maybe they're just jealous because you're confident. So yeah,
Yes.
don't take it too personally. It's like, you know, just think about yourself.
Yeah, always trying to be positive actually also, and you know that freedom is more important than behaving the way others want, but then you are actually not yourself. So you have to know why why you have to know why you don't care of being disliked. It's because of the good of you.
Yes. And I think lastly for me is that take everything that we said into consideration, the tips on how to not be afraid to be disliked, but then take small steps, because I know it's not like a complete 180 where you just, wow, I'm confident. I'm just gonna get disliked. It's not gonna be that. It's gonna be a slow process.
Yeah, step by step. The more you do it, the more you follow your path, the better it will be. And actually, at some point, I believe people forgive you. Over time, they will forget about it. People tend to forgive what, if you said no, even about something that don't really make much sense, like what you said about the COVID and the friend, and your sister said, oh yes, you can actually come over the place. If she had said no, I'm sure 1 year later that friend would have forgot about it. Some people are a bit more,
vengeful.
Yeah, it stays in their head for really long, but at some point they would forget, or it will become more and more mild and smaller and smaller in your head as well.
And let me just add, this is my last bit. Just be mindful. I think some might misinterpret, like, who cares? Some might, I don't care if I get disliked or whatever. But then actually you're hurting somebody in the process. It's like, think about yourself, but then think that the actions that you do impacts you the most, not other people.
Yes.
Be mindful of what you do. It's like,
and it's always in the way you say it.
Yeah.
Actually.
Really important point to be said here, but yeah.
Yeah, at the end, your life is the most important life. If you don't hurt anyone, if you just say, "Oh no, I can't, or I don't want to go to the restaurant, or I prefer that you wouldn't stay at home because you might have COVID." I hope you understand. This is nothing bad saying
No,
that.
nothing bad saying that, and it's not like it's not like it's gonna ruin their day if you don't come to the restaurant, to be
Yes.
honest.
At least
yeah.
it's nice to say always a reason, like what we said. You don't want to go to the restaurant. You can just say, "Oh no, I, I prefer to save money today," or "Oh no, I would like to stay alone tonight."
Yeah.
That's
so you
fine.
say, I don't have any money,
Yes. Yes.
Be honest. It doesn't hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's it for me too. Actually, I covered mostly everything, and as like we said, it's a slow process, but believe us, it will help in your life. And I believe the life is too short to not behave and to not do what you would love to do.
Yeah, life is too short to be pleasing other people but yourself.
Exactly.
It's not worth it. It's like, why are you even here for? For others? Why?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it for me too.
That's it. Goodbye.
See ya.